Hello and welcome. My name's Rod Chisholm, and a lady by the name of Kelly's put a question forwards on another forum, and I'm going to try and answer that question the best I can and share some knowledge base, as it's an area I'm particularly interested in. The question was, I believe, can you save out some, I think she had a logo and text as a preset? Now, it depends how you interpret that question. I would interpret that as, can you save that layer of video there and this text layer here as a preset so you can bring it into other projects on another day? The answer is sort of yes and no, a bit black and white really. So I'll just explain how I've done this, what I've done, and then show you some ideas and give you some imagination. Maybe other people have some other ideas they can express also, which would help others learn some more. So first things first, I'm in the park the other day, and I think, well, I'll just make some intro. What shall I use? Something like that is what I came up with. The problem was when I was working on this, I did all the vectors in a different program, went, well, okay, I've got my lines, everything's good, animate. And then I click on here and I think, well, hold on a minute, which one on the screen am I referring to? There's no handles to tell me, I don't know. So if I copy any of the animation in there and save it as a preset so I could bring it into an object or something later, I don't know which one it is, to be honest. I have no idea. So any of these, it doesn't relate to any of these up here. Well, it does, one of them, but I don't know which. So what I did was I just sent that as a video and brought it back in. And this is what I wanted sort of to achieve. This was my goal, to animate and bring in something like that. Okay, so it doesn't take long to do that. You could do all of that in under half an hour, by the way. The hardest, longest part is bringing up some shapes and then just animate them keyframe at a time. So there you go, you got that. So you think, well, okay, that's good. If I go here, that's the text, I'm going to edit on there. It's important to remember here, this animation you're watching of the text, if I was to go over to the right hand side of the screen now and click on there and save that animation, so to speak, as a preset, it won't save any animation. It would only save the text writing, not the moving. You'll need to bring up here, need to bring that up. There's your timeline and there's your size and position. I will just point out before we move on, there is no other animation keyframing going on in the whole of the project. You'll see in the top right hand the screen move, but if you also look at the bottom timeline, you'll notice there is no other keyframing other than size and position. Okay, so my idea, this is what, if you look at the right hand side of the screen now, you'll see the size is getting bigger, won't you? And then if I go backwards, you'll see them getting smaller. See the size changing? Okay. So all looking good. I've got the timeline. I'm going to the right hand side of the screen. There we are. I'm going to save that as, I'm not sure if you want to call it text animation, because I don't think that would be, might look like that, but that's not what Lumafusion probably would refer it to. But I'm just going to call it text, and that'll do. I'm going to save that preset. As far as I'm concerned, in my head, I should have that. And if I go to this next bit of video, you do need to, if you're going to insert this preset into text, you need to bring up a text layer, overlay text. I'm going to go to presets now. And some people would have thought probably it would be under text. Well, if I've already made this particular style of text, so it's called X-Outs harness. It's just a static text, so you don't want to do that. Go back to presets, go over to the right hand side here, and you'll see we called it text and. Obviously you can rename it, share it, delete it. Hopefully I haven't added that twice. I've now got, we'll just replay that. What I'm hoping to get is this. What you'll get in reality is this. Doesn't fit on the screen. What happened? I'll go to edit, keyframe, so we can see our keyframes are there. Everything's great. Yeah, cool. Okay. Looking at the right hand side of the screen, the sizes are going up. So it didn't quite copy it the way I'm looking. And what I'm trying to point out there is, look, in the beginning, so it's nice and small. It's 3 words. Can't even get it on. Your text here. So it started off bigger. So when you do copy these things, it didn't quite copy it, did it? Because the text is huge. So basically I would have to manually go in and change that size. So when you think, yeah, okay, I'll just bring it into another project and it'll be fine, it won't. You're still going to have to manually change that. But that is how you would bring that text in. So just to give you a demonstration, I suppose, of how you do that. If we were to go overlay, there's your text here, and I go to edit. We're going to make one now. We're just going to do it ourselves. We'll start up there, so it's nice and simple. We'll call it first applied point on your keyframes there. We'll go down to here, and don't do this. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Don't manhandle it like that. Get rid of that. Just click on there. What you want to do is on the right hand side, use these here. It will keep it more fluid and smooth, and then it will go up in a straight line. Okay. And then if we get it there, just out of curiosity, what we'll do, put it there, blend in, go to about there, and we'll just go fade to there. Okay. Now what happens is we've got two lots of stuff going on there. Okay. Now in order to get that, we will need to save those ideas, those presets. We need to save them. So that's our text. If we save it now as a preset, we will just have the text. We don't want that. You've got to go here. You're going to save size and position. So I suppose size, S for size, P for position, SP. Save that. That's one area. You'll obviously need to save this as a separate area. This is blending. That's called blending. So we'll save that. Okay. So we've got that. It's nothing special because we're just working against the clock here, we'll say. We've got that text. It does nothing. So I'm going to go to preset. It's not text, remember, that's just static. We go over to the motion. We want blending, don't we? I don't know if it matters which order we do this in, but I'll just do that. And we also want SP, which is down here. Just add that. And does it work? Let's just have a look. Yeah, so you can add in text those areas. I don't know why that goes like that. I would have to start again and pick it apart. Not enough time in the video. But you can get your text in, you can repeat it, you can save it as a preset. The other little fun things you can do just through trial and error and mistakes is in presets here, this one here, not text, it's called Xalps 2, I've called it. So you can have, see how it's just changed? These different effects can just be applied, and I've got one called motion speaker, there we go. What this will do, it will just make them walk forwards and backwards, for instance. So they go backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. So it's like a repeat. And what becomes quite interesting from my point of view, if I find, this is my video I made, yeah, like that. So this is now one file, this is one bit of video. So if I go to presets and I wonder, I'll hit blue, can't even remember what blue does now, to be honest. Not a lot. I don't know what it does. I'll go back to presets. I'm going to get rid of blue, delete. So it's quite easy to do that. I'm going to hit X Alps 2, and now we'll have a different effect. So I quite like that. You know, you could play with this stuff all day. If I go over here, motion 22, what does that do? Don't know. Let's whack it in. Oh look, makes everything a bit bigger or something. Watch. Wow. Okay, so if we undo, redo, sorry, you can start off with something just by adding some of your presets. Don't even think about the order, just get on with it. You can come up with all these strange and weird and wonderful little animations, shall we say. So in answer to the question, could you take the text and the video, save it out as one item and bring it back in? Kind of. You've just got to remember, you just got to remember in your presets, you might even want a little book, a pen and paper, write down the names you give, what they mean. Or what I quite often do is I save a video of this out to a hard drive. So if I wanted to bring something in, I go import media. And these are my effects. So I've got, oops. These are the effects. FX are special effects. Intros I've made. LUTs I keep. The zips are basically these ones here, zipped up. You can't have a preview. This is a shame. So you need to navigate to the folder. It's slow because it's over local area network. There we go. There's Lumafusion. And when I make a template, there's all those zips. These are the ones I make. So quite often, or I try to remember, quite often he says, if I wanted to know what that's going to look like, so I'd need to open one up on the timeline, rather than go through all that palaver, I just go, hopefully it will play. Come on. This is how slow it is over local area network. Okay, so there we go. That's a little video animation I made. It's called Church 2, and that, oop, have to be a bit careful on here with that one. Stop it. I'll not touch anything, but this one here, this one here, obviously Church 2, I don't know what it looks like because you can see the big question mark. If you go to this one here, I do know what it looks like, so I've got some visual representation before I'd bring it into here, which I could keep in the presets. Hopefully that doesn't sound too confusing, and if you've got any questions, then please do ask. Thank you very much.